It's the morning time again, and it's under the tree. Mel and Tony. Tell you what. Mel, check this out. You went to church yesterday?
No.
Do
Did you?
you, yeah?
Good.
Do you see church as a force in the country?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, church has a lot of meaning in the word of the Lord.
What does that mean?
Church approach to society is losing the focus on the Lord.
Oh,
The big appetite of going to church for most church people is what we call a meeting ground. What happens that if I don't go to church, Sister Blanche, Sister Belly, Sister that don't see me, it's a problem. So that's why I continue going to church. Not do I go church for the word or strengthen my life. We go to church now because what people thinks of us. So if I don't show up, I backslide. If I don't show up, well, he must be doing something evil. But the truth of the matter, the church becoming a very controlling entity. They control you, not spiritually lift you.
wow.
In the Bahamas today, we have to watch what we do in here. Church is now becoming a part of a man's cult. It's crazy. You mightn't believe it, but a lot of people really, now this is what the part can get you. A lot of people want to go to church, but they trying to figure what purpose the church serve. In most cases, the church is not serving the purpose of uplifting you, motivating you, and inspiring you because majority of time, here we go, ooh, the pastor, the preacher is out of touch with the word, with people's feeling because they base their teaching on their mindset of I gonna control these people. 90% of the time, they don't tell the truth. They're screaming at you. They study 5 minutes and they want everybody to like them. The pastor, the preachers. Church is not people to like you. Church is you go to be spiritually filled, to learn, and to, mm, when you come out of church, you're supposed to be changed. Last but least, and then I move on. The Bible says that the old teach the young. That's what the Bible say. And the Bible also
Mm.
and the Bible also say the church is for the who? The saints, Christians. They ain't never tell you it's for the sinner. So if I go to church, if I'm a sinner, I go to church. I go on there because I want to be changed. Because I want to join this organization or this whatever it is. The Bible says we gather. And means we gather, that means the saints. And so when you go to church and hear politics preach, and you hear sweetheart and preach, and all this other things preach, you know you're screwed. That's my 5 cents.
Wow, Tony. Well, I guess we'll have to hear
I,
from our
I went a little
viewing
deep.
audience on
I go a
that.
little deep, I know.
I have pled the fifth.
I knew
And moving right along,
I know you were
we're
right
going to
with me.
go into the continuance of our health tip. We've been looking at the 8 part formula, New Start, and we, in our last two segments, looked at the R, which is the one just before the last in the formula. And we looked at rest and sleep. R for rest. And of course, when you rest, for most people, it indicates it's time to sleep. But of course, we know that rest is not confined to sleep. We must find time in our busy daily schedule to rest. Um, so we looked at a number of different aspects of resting. We look at how to create a good restful environment. And today, I just want to spend 2 minutes highlighting what happens when you don't get adequate rest. And so I'm putting up that slide. You have in the right frame someone who's shutting off his alarm. And many of us depend on alarms to get us up on time. But the thing about it is, we can eliminate this alarm if we simply do the right thing as it relates to getting to bed on time, creating the right environment, and also in showing love for ourselves, practicing good sleep hygiene. Here we have the impact of insufficient sleep. And I want you to know that this impact affects people of all ages. For persons that are very young, well, it's almost a natural thing for them to want to sleep. But the thing that caused them to oversleep is the fact that they have not been getting sufficient sleep. And when you don't get sufficient sleep, starting over on your left in the lower column, you get anxiety. Moving up, you see defiance, there's depression, there's destructibility, easily frustrated, irritable, poor attention span, poor motivation, and poor organizational skills. And right there, it seems to be, ooh, that's the problem of the world, because that is what we see increasing in all ages, the very young and the working class in particular, or working age population. Single people, persons are affected because they have, well, they think they don't have any responsibilities, but they do. They have a responsibility to themselves, to their family, as well as to the larger community. But when you don't get sufficient sleep, it affects your performance on the job, it affects your performance in school. And then, of course, when you have all these deficiencies, your educational level, how far you go in your education, how well you're able to maintain a good income or even acquire a job that will allow you to get a good income. Okay, so you find yourself, and most young people could identify with this, where they get up in the morning, they don't want to go to work because they have not had sufficient sleep, and so that alarm clock is irritating, and bam, you just want to shut it down. But if you don't get sufficient sleep, then you are literally shooting yourself in the foot. Okay? The diseases that we see in our society, the heart disease, the type 2 diabetes, these are also factors arising from sleep deprivation. And so, I just want to remind you that if you do want to have a healthy, balanced life, then you must practice good sleep hygiene. I just bring this slide back to remind you your bed is for sleeping. Keep your bedroom quiet, dark, and cool, but get to bed on time. Take out the electronic devices, shut down an hour before it's time to go to sleep. When you do that, then you know that you are on the right track. And that's the end of the sleep component of our 8 part formula for excellence in good health. And so, Tony, that brings us back now into focus on our topic for today.
And the topic today is it love? Oh Lord, my favorite topic. We can talk about love now. You know I like to talk about love because love changes things, and love is the key to the gate, and to the gate that open the lock to most relationships. It has to be love. If it ain't love, it's hate. And if it ain't love, it's nothing. It's empty. And the situation, Mel, I'm gonna talk to you slowly because I gotta throw this out. The one of the key factors of love is that I think we get it wrong. I think all of us got it wrong because we believe in there's one love, one standard for all. That's not true. There's not just one love. Because Mel, in the church they say agape love, right? And then people believe agape love cover everything. That's what they say.
Well, doesn't it?
It's supposed to, but there's so many different type of love. Because if you're telling me you love your dog as much as you love your mother, something wrong. If it's the same
Why?
level, because you cannot love your dog as much as you love your mother.
If
It
it's
is,
agape love,
but agape love is when you're talking.
agape love is uniform love, unconditional love.
But ain't all love uniform?
Agape love is.
Yeah. So there's different type of love. Because I can love your shirt you wear. I say, Mel, that's a nice shirt. You can tell me you love your children must love your shirt. No. So what happens? We put see watch this now. Watch what I can say and blow this thing out the water. We say agape love, and agape love covers everything. But why you stop loving your husband if he do something wrong? Really
Hmm.
agape love gone.
I don't think that the love stopped.
So it
Um,
gone.
I don't think the love stopped when someone does something wrong. You
Wh-
may
wh-
be upset with them, you may distance yourself
So
from
why
them,
you
but
so why you divorcing him? I just use that example and see. I'm trying to let you follow something. So why you
oh, okay.
divorcing him? Hmm.
Well, in that case, there are a number of reasons why people divorce,
Hmm.
but divorce is indicator that truly the person perceives that the relationship is over. There is no turning back.
But if it's agape
So,
love,
yeah,
it should be
you clip
forgiveness. You shouldn't be clipping.
You can forgive, but in forgiving, does that mean that you continue? Because sometimes you forgive people, but they still continue to do the wrong that hurt, destroy,
Hmm. So why
right?
you can't be?
And
So why you can't be a
so
fool? So why you can't be a fool and let me just love you and you continue loving me because agape love means that you should stick with me no matter what because you can wait until to the end.
okay. So
Hmm.
agape love,
Let's go around the corner.
love
Hmm.
is that love described in the New Testament. You know, the one that says that love is patient, love is kind, it is not puffed up and all that other kind of
And
stuff.
love should also
So,
blow your mind. Add that part in it.
okay,
Yeah.
so it blows your mind,
Yeah. So why you
but should
can?
you allow it to blow your body too?
Yeah. So
Blow your existence.
yeah. So when I say it's different type of loves, I think there's different levels of love. See, agape love is a is God is saying to us we should love one another, we should take care of one another, we should this. But in love, I think, and I think I'm the only fool in this one. I think there's different levels of love, different type of love. I believe it's not just agape love, and because people don't love forever. And I find out something recently. If you have, if you, if you have a sweetheart, the love you gonna have for her at the beginning is unbelievable. It might be to the end too, but it's unbelievable. You goes through great length to please her because she's a sweetheart. The word sweet to your heart. So you go out there crazy doing things that you wouldn't do for your wife at home
Why is that?
because the moment this type of love for
How is it that you get to be doing more for your sweetheart than for your wife?
because in this moment this type of love it is so crazy is that this love of forgiveness is powerful. Let me explain. The love, everything you compromise, you compromise, you compromise, you compromise to the last because she's your sweetheart. It's something new, something make you happy, fulfillness. That's the fulfillness love in your
That
wife, in home, in your house. Okay, and then I can let you go.
that very word that you used right there
Hmm.
is the basis upon which human love hinges.
Hmm.
The agape love says, regardless of how you feel,
Hmm.
you still love.
Hmm.
The love that you're talking about, eros, right?
Hmm.
Is the love that is based on the way the individual makes you feel
Hmm.
or the way you feel when you are caring or sharing with that individual.
Hmm. And
So,
so, yeah, and so what has transpired in the Bahamas today is that type of love, fulfillment love, Iru or whatever you want to call it, and
eros, yeah.
Eros. And listen, that is so prevalent in the Bahamas that we don't even get to the real Gape love because
Yeah, because you find eros everywhere you go.
Yeah,
everywhere,
yeah.
in every sector of
That's the
society.
thingsy, the thingsy for the moment you make me, and see
Or
now,
what you call conditional love. And
conditional
that's
love.
where
Yeah.
the
Mm.
clusters and all of that comes in. And you
So
find it even in families.
yes, and so now
So,
we so fulfill of all these love that we call agape love, because that it's easy to say agape love because it cover everything, whatever. But that is not true. People have levels of love
mhm,
that they stop to. They don't continue.
yeah.
See, let's go. See, and the reason why I say don't fool with the agape love now, because agape love talks about in the Bible. We mixing it up. Let me tell you why we mixing it up. Watch this, me, and you beat me up. In the Bible, the command was you. It was me. The Lord say to love you.
Hmm.
He never say you love me. See, this is where we screwed up, and this is where we get mixed up, and this is why the love don't work. We talk it, but it don't work because the Bible is telling you, husband, love their wife. The Bible never say wife love their husband. What the Bible says, you become my what? Helpmate or my wife. I go to love you like Christ loved the church. Now, you try to give me love, you go screw it up.
Okay, so you're talking now.
No, I going back to that talk, but I just telling you what the Bible say. So that's agape love.
What's agape love?
Me loving you like Christ loved the church.
Okay. And now see why
Mm,
I'm saying that is because that's when you're dealing with marriage.
mhm.
But at least let me
Yeah,
retract
you
that.
reach out that because I just get my
That's how it is taught in the
Mhm.
Christian church, that it pertains to husband and wife.
Okay.
But I think that it extends to everyone.
Right. Okay, fine.
Agape love, loving everyone, because it basically says love your neighbor as yourself, and say, who is my neighbor? Everyone is your neighbor. Yulinda chimed in this morning and she says that when you learn to set boundaries, you can love everyone.
I don't know about that. That's confusing to
Yeah,
me.
well,
She's
here
here.
it comes.
Yeah.
Boundaries. And I think she again, when you think about boundaries, boundaries are secular in nature when you think about the fact that you being a man married and you loving every woman that's out there. There is a boundary, there's a limit that you go to loving a woman other than your wife.
There's so for me where I sit, there's no limit. I take care of my wife. I take care of my sweetheart. In some cases, I'll take care of my sweetheart more than my wife. So I don't understand, but I can tell you this: most women suffer from the past. Women carry their love on their shoulders, and they carry it into another relationship, and they want to love this person the same that they love me, and it doesn't work because I'm a different total person. Even in the bed, you want me to make love to it. Some women love romantic, some women love rough sex, some women loves calm sex. So you cannot take these things that you had in this previous relationship into another relationship. So when you say boundaries, um, I don't understand. So she can break it down a little bit for me. She can. I know she can hit me back up, and I will get into depths because I believe, and I could be wrong, that every woman is not looking for love.
No?
No,
What are they looking for? What else could they be looking for?
every woman looking probably for someone to call their own, somebody to hold on to. Society say you need a man, or I may need some money, or I may need help. But I don't think every woman looking for love. I think they accept me and tell me in my face they love me, and that may be just for to hold on to me because I could pay the bills. See, I think in the Bahamas where we gone so thingsy, young people only looking for a good time. They're not looking for building house. They don't care about down the road. They care about the moment. Young people, shots, drink rum, party, party Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When you're looking for to move to develop something at the next level, you say I only could spend this money on a Friday. Even though you're not spending the money, the man who taking you out and the man that you want to have a rest of life or relationship with, you can protect him because you love him. Most women, most girls today are not protecting the men. So they don't really love. They only love the moment they're in. So let's don't get distracted. But go ahead. Can't hear you.
You're saying that the woman has the role of protecting the man?
Yes. Woman, good woman protects their husband, boyfriend. They, that's what they do. If you come to my house, if I'm sleeping, we talk about sleep, and I'm catching a rest because you know I need a rest, and somebody walks to the door, your job is to protect him and say, he's sleeping now. Could you come back later? That's protection.
Okay.
Mm,
Thank you for that clarity.
yeah. And so many times we talk about love and bound. She said, Linda, talk about boundaries. If a man goes out and sweetheart on his wife, that doesn't mean he don't love his wife.
What does it mean?
There's something going on or something went wrong that needs to be fixed. That don't mean he don't love his wife.
So the fix is to go then get another woman?
That might be the fix. That might be the fix. I'll tell you why it might be the fix. It might be the fix because something he's not getting at home cause him go out to get it. Also could be in something he's cleaning over and over and crying on home. His heart has been torn open,
Hmm.
but it's not fixed. Before
That's
he
it.
lose before he lose his mind, that's his way of holding it together. It's not
Wow.
right, but that might be his method to his solving his problem.
So
Uh-huh.
what makes it not right?
What makes it not right is
Hmm.
that biblically, if he stand in front of God and he say, "This is woman," and that's is where he going wrong. But most Bahamians ain't got no biblical, no Christianity in them. They go to church, so they don't care. They make in front of people, in front of the pastor church, yeah, yeah, pastor, yeah, and read the Bible in front. Yeah, but when they leave the door, it's fair game. See, the church, the church is there. What's up the church? The Bible is there to keep you in line. That's what the Bible does. When you're serving the Lord, this is criteria. Other than that, the church, the people, society, everybody else doing a whole different funkiness. That's what Bahamians all about. In your face, they say one thing behind your back. Let's stay with love. But love is causing plenty havoc in the country because a lot of people don't really care about their partners
So it
because
ain't love.
no, that's the key. There's different types and levels of love. And that's why we have this conversation this morning. That's why I say when they talk about this agape love, it's foolishness because people love you where you at. Let's go within the boundaries. If I marry you, there should be boundaries. That's a whole different ball game in that setting of a relationship. Out of that, everything is fair game because you ain't make no commitment to nobody. I might live with you in your house, but I marry you. I didn't put a ring on your finger.
So
Hmm.
I'm confused.
Go ahead, confused.
What is the what is the what is the terms for
Fair
love
game.
and marriage? What's the
Okay.
terms for
If
love
if
and marriage?
if I dating you for a period of time, right, and I doesn't commit to you, listen to what I say. Good. If I dating you for a period of time, if I living with you and I dating you, I become your what? Common law wife. That's what they say. If I live in it, I'm not talking about somebody who out there have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and they've been dating. No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about if I live with you in my house, your house, and if I make you my common law wife,
Hmm.
you or me should know by now I can live with this woman for the rest of my life. If this is not happening, that means something is wrong, right?
Hmm.
Because if you love so much and you're living together already, and I'm making love to you every morning or making love to you every week, whatever it is, you don't think by now we should have a some coming together and say, okay, this could work. Because we
Okay.
right. And
So so what if the coming together does not occur? What does that mean?
that means
Time limit on it?
no, that means I'm not gonna marry you because you and me been living together all these years and this not blossom in my eye for me to say this is it. Because whatever you do every day should follow a story. I should be the one, okay, to know and know your worth. And so I should be happy enough to put a ring on your finger because the fact remains that I don't want nobody else to get what I have because I have in this good thing.
Okay.
All right. So anyhow, we can take this up tomorrow, and you can
On Wednesday.
on Wednesday, and you can ask me all
That
the questions.
that is a heap of confusion.
Yeah.
I hope that we would have some feedback from our viewing audience on this topic because in all honesty, love is a delicate topic. And like you said, it's not uniform,
No.
but Who determines what love looks like, feels like, sounds like, smells like, tastes like? You use
But
your
you know what?
senses.
But you know what you're missing? People love is where they meet. Now I ain't
People
talking meet.
love.
I ain't
So
talking. People love where they meet. So if you meet me halfway, I love you halfway. That's what it is. So
that's interesting.
yeah,
And that there,
mm,
we have to
yeah.
classify that. What category of the forms of love
This
does
whole week
that
we go.
come under?
This whole week we can take on this love thing. Is it love? And we can go into a type of relationship, and we can break it down of how I put the water on the kettle and I ask you to make a tea, and we can go deep into it. And most times we put it to a test. So I want the Bahamians to put it to a test. Go put the water on the stove, and then go in the bathroom and see if your significant other. You think he'll cut the kettle off? Let me tell you what he'll do. He'll rile you. Why you put the kettle off? You know you're going to the bathroom. That's what I've been talking about. Then you know you really
Mm,
love. So all this, we go into
okay.
this. So Mel, we come to end our program today, and it get hot.
Love, love, love.
Yes, and we're gonna take on this love Wednesday. But it's Mel and Tony under the tree chat every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7:15. Meet us right here again and again. I
And
say,
be sure we
and
welcome feedback.
yo,
Welcome feedback.
we welcome feedback. So
Mm.
on Wednesday, we'll take this deep. Anyway, enjoy your day. God bless. Love you all. Love you too, Linda.